Production established!
Seagrass. My name is Sad Grail Chemistry Circle Seagrass. That's all the sea glass. It's pretty. We're just driving home. We're up by, look down in the field there. Now we just had Hurricane Matthew, the tail end of it, come through here on Monday. And down there, it appears that somebody's trampoline got blown down there. Now it either came from them, or them over there. But there it is. I think it's trampoline. Yeah, we didn't get hit hard here. Well, we did. It was a storm, but it wasn't as bad as Cape Breton. I lost 2 trees that I noticed so far. Down by the footbridge, one, and then down just off the yard. A couple guys at the old fishing hole. Fly fishing, it looks like it. Yeah. Hey, Ben. Welcome back. And it's Friday. That means beer for video. I think it's the 14th of October. Means tomorrow's payday for some people. Anyway, oh yeah, my good buddy Calvin from Calvin's Corner 72. He said, don't forget okra next year. And I remember, yeah. He sent me up some okra seeds. Now, if you ask me right now where I put those seeds, I couldn't tell you. They're in the house somewhere. But they're safekeeping. I think they're with other seeds. But I'll be sure to remember those next spring. So I mentioned, had a tree go down in the Monday's storm. These things here, I think they're old snow fencing. It's cedar and it's brass or copper pins put together, so they're kind of expensive to make. But the owner of this house before me found them somewhere and drug them back here. And there's some here and there's some in back by the chicken coop. But anyway, yeah. So this tree was on the side of the hill anyway, so it was probably half of gravity taking over. And there's one more tree about this size that way, down by the bridge. Anyway, here's the smoker with the cedar shingles along the side. It's looking rather well, I think. I had some trim here and here and shingles. What we got here for a beer today is great. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that bottle of beer. Great Lakes Brewery SAISON DUPUMP. Beer brewed with pumpkin and spices. 5.2%, 650 milliliter craft beer. Great Lakes Brewery. Says, one fine autumn day, one of our assistant brewers accidentally pitched SAISON yeast into a freshly brewed batch of our pumpkin ale. While we all chastised him, the young brewer had faith that he had created something with potential. Well, the lad was right, and SAISON DUPUMP was born. Note, the above story is entirely fabricated. Well, truth in advertising, I guess. Tank 10 series, stemming from our Project X line, Project X. Tank 10 is a tickled trunk of tasty treats. The series is payback to our hard-working brewers. We reserved fermenting tank number 10 for them, and we have given them the green light to brew whatever the heck they want, bottoms up. Oh yeah, so it says right there, tank 10. So they're letting them go mad. There's a little bit of sediment in the bottom, that's probably good. Pumpkin and spices. Now, I don't know much for flavored beers, mind you. I had one last week when I was at my dad's, which I'll probably put up next week or sometime, I guess. It was called Gravedigger. It's made here in the island. And it tasted like a slice of pumpkin pie. Complete with graham cracker. Crumb. Crust. Flavor. Holy moly. Is it really cold or is this thick or what the heck's going on? It is really cold though. Okay, a little dark in color. I got my Red Fox glass today. Red Fox? Red Fox, yeah. Not that old black comedian, but his name was Red Fox? Yeah. I digress. Speaking of Americans, I seen 2 days ago a car from California in Surrey. You know what the hell is somebody from California doing up here? This may be the opposite end of the continent. Well, unless he's from Northern California. Hell of a drive, though. Some old couple, you know, who knows what they're up to. Especially in October. When I say old, they were probably 3 or 4 years older than me, so, you know, as long as they're older than me, they say. Oh, I was going to say I don't taste a lot of the spices, but they're coming now. Cinnamon and ginger and clove, I guess. And I guess a little pumpkin taste. I guess. Oh! Oh, I got to stop the camera. I didn't want it on take, but I got to go inside. Hang on. Hey, I made it back. What I wanted to show you was Budweiser Killer cans with the Blue Jays emblem on them, the Maple Leaf. And they're playing tonight against who? Cleveland. Cleveland doesn't. Their team doesn't have a name because it's offensive to people to say their last name. Apparently, I won't get into that. Maybe it's because I'm not offended. Anyway, look at this. That's why Ben's barking. I have a beef marrow bone, $6.69, and it's all for you, Ben. If you want it. Maybe you don't want it. I don't know. You know, I don't know your eating habits. Holy moly, that looks almost good enough to eat. I'm gonna eat this, not you. Hey. Oh, look at that. Look at the big bone. Can you get it without getting all the plastic and stuff? There you go. What a good dog. Well, got a good dog, you got to feed him right. Got one package in the mail today. Sent away for some body rocker. Temporary tattoos. Here's a better one with some kind of wolf thing on it. There's some more. Yeah. Just some more, there's a better picture of that. Tattoos for everybody. I still haven't gone into the actual tattoo place here and got for the tattoo I have, but I don't have any tattoos, but I want to get one. A wolf one, of course. And a Royal Canadian Dragoon one, of course. One on each forearm. I don't know which one yet. So that's about it for today. Game's on tonight at 8. I think it's on tomorrow at 4 or something. I think all games are at 4. Next week they're at 4. From Toronto. It's kind of a strange thing. Because we're a big country and because we have fans out in British Columbia out west, that means they have to start watching it at... It's 5 here, so it means 1 o'clock in British Columbia. So it's during the week. They either have to skip school, skip work, or watch it on their computer at work. What we all do, I think. I'll show you the... After I changed the tire around the other day, which went really well, I was backing the truck into the garage, and I hit my mirror on the garage. So I broke it up there, and it's all cracked. Now, knowing knowing how things work, I probably can't get just the mirror replaced from it. I probably have to get the whole thing, which is probably a couple $100. But screw that. I'm just going to get a piece of, if that is the case, I'm just going to get a piece of mirror and get it cut to that side and glue it right over that crap. Alright, this is a objects in mirror, closer. But this normal mirror would do. That's what we used back in the day, I believe. Yeah, so, this is good beer, actually. It is pumpkin-y and spicy, but it's not overly pumpkin. The one I had last week was really... I had one, but I could taste it for the rest of the night. Afternoon. Morning. Ugh. No, afternoon. That's good beer. I picked up some more good beer today. New beer, I mean, for the next couple weeks. My beer fridge is stocked. My freezer downstairs is full. I can't get another thing in there. The only thing I was managed to get into there was I got 4 salmon skins from a place in Charlottetown that makes smoked salmon. And you threw in 4 frozen salmon skins for the dog. They're about this big. You know, the skin off a big salmon. That was the only, excuse me. So but this, and that's the only thing I put that in the top of my little freezer. And my fridge is full too. I gotta start eating again, I guess. That reminds me, I picked up a submarine for lunch. Fire that into me. I need my energy to stay awake for the ball game. Shouldn't be a problem. A young Toronto kid did well. Austin Matthews scored 4 goals in his NHL opening game. 19-year-old kid. 4 goals. He got the first goal, and then he got the second goal, and then I think he got 3 goals and 3 shots. And then he missed some. Unfortunately, Toronto didn't win. Welcome to the Leafs, kid. They lost in overtime. 5-4. He plays again tonight against Buffalo, maybe? He seems like a really nice kid. It's hard to believe a kid that good in hockey came from, I think, Arizona? Yeah, he's from the States. And he went, instead of going to college or junior hockey, he went to Switzerland to play in a professional league. And made $250,000 or something like that. Instead of making nothing here and traveling around a bus to places like Chibougamau, Quebec, Rimouski, and all those other places up in northern Quebec, if he played in Canada. He seems like a good kid. And his parents seem really nice too. He went to Toronto though. Yeah. I don't know if Ottawa plays tonight. Ottawa might play tonight or tomorrow. They beat Toronto. Now they play somebody else. Not too sure. That's my team, though. Ottawa Senators. Oh, that was good beer. Great Lakes Brewery, top 10, SAISON DUPUMP. And thank you very much to my good friend Dave Clark for supplying me with this. Up in his, lives in Ontario, Toronto. He's been escaping to his little hideaway for the last little bit there. He bought a little land next to a lake out in the middle of nowhere, and he escapes from the city with his son and his wife, mostly just his dog, though. Excuse me. You couldn't pay me enough to live in Toronto, anywhere else. I think if I won $1 million or the lottery or something like that, I wouldn't move from here. Why the hell would I move from here? To a bigger house? It's just me. Mind you, if I won $1 million, I'd probably have a few female friends dropping by. That's it for today. Thanks for dropping by. This is Chris. Out. Peace. Vote Trump. Or Clinton. Or just throw yourself in the mercy of the Klingons, I think. It's a good comedy, though. What are we going to do after November when this election thing's over? Eh? What are we going to do for comedy? Yeah, I don't know. Watch ISIS videos, I guess. I better shut up before... That's pretty good beer. Well, it's a big beer. I feel pretty good. Hey, Dave? Dave's not to listen. What do you want? You want a beer, Dave? Yeah? No. What do you want? Yeah. Take care.
Connection aborted!